Happy Manliness Monday, YouTube. Today, I'd like to talk to you about being an entrepreneur and using your creativity to help you succeed. I know this is kind of a topic that I glanced over, but I want to revisit it to add a few more insights. When I was younger, I would be challenged by my dad to do things. He wouldn't want to get things for me. He wouldn't want to buy things for me. And as a kid, I thought that was awful and terrible and cruel. And now that I look back on it, it was the best gift he could have ever given me. That's great for building things, but that never really ignited the business side of my brain. And for that, I have to thank my grandfather and my mother. They were very business oriented, very business minded. And they taught me a few little tricks and tips over several years that I would like to share with you. The first thing is do the least amount of work possible to make something a success. In essence, be lazy, but be lazy with a purpose. The thought behind that is you can put 1,000 hours into making this as perfect as possible, but it'd be so high priced that you'd only be able to sell one of them at, let's say, $100. Or you can spend 30 hours making this pretty good and be able to sell 1,000,000 of them at $2 a piece. At the end of the day, what's more worth it? The $100 or the $2 million? So be lazy, but with a purpose. Now, when you're also thinking about being lazy with a purpose, that does a second fold thing for you, and that allows you to have more free time to accomplish other tasks. You never want to stagnate yourself on one project, because there are going to be times in every project where there's going to be a lull in the work. When I'm in the shop, for instance, there's a big lull in the work when I'm waiting for glue to dry. When I'm making beard balm, there's a lull in the work when I have to wait for it to set up, because there's nothing I can do to it except wait. When I'm editing even these videos, there's a lull in the work. Several times when I'm waiting for the video to process, when I'm waiting for the video to save, when I'm waiting for it to upload to YouTube. You need to learn how to use that downtime effectively. And it's taken me some time, but now I'm starting to really get momentum behind what I've been doing, and I think it's very important that you start thinking about the downtime in any hobby or job that you have. Usually when I'm waiting for the glue to dry up, I go on the internet and promote myself. I promote on Reddit, on my personal Facebook, on my business Facebook, on Instagram. I promote myself on YouTube, Twitter, I'm on there. So you have to keep constantly going back and forth. And you can't do Twitter all day, you can't do Facebook all day. Well, at least I can't. But while I'm waiting a half hour for glue to dry, yeah, sure, why not? While I'm waiting 2 hours for the beard balm to set up, I have like 5 or 6 tins waiting to set up. I'll go do research. I'll market myself. I'll try and get another lead on the next job. And especially with that job lead, once you put that feeler out there, you have to wait for them to get back to you. Go do one project, wait for the lull, and go put a feeler out. And while you're waiting for that information to come back, the first job is probably ready for you, or there's a third task you can do. So I said creative entrepreneurship. And what I mean by that is you need to be creative with your time if you want to be an entrepreneur. Another thing I'm trying to get into is batching my videos. I know I can't really batch a lot of my project videos. However, these Manliness Mondays, they take very little, and this is great for most YouTubers, because they have very little overhead to what they're talking about. A lot of them are news-oriented or reactionary. This is a lifestyle, I guess, or a how-to. I don't know what it really qualifies as. However, I can talk about 3 or 4 subjects at a time. And if I cover 4 subjects in one day, I have a whole month worth of Manliness Mondays. And then I have to sit down and edit a whole month worth of Manliness Mondays. So if I do that all in one day, I have a month's worth of work out of the way. So if you look at it that way and look at the laziness principle that I talked about, that's the least amount of work that gives me the most amount of free time. And with all that additional free time, I can be in the shop, I could be doing research, I could be filling out job applications, I could be promoting myself, or I could be out living my life. So it's all about how you want to spend your time. Be as efficient as possible and be creative with it. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to how much you want to work versus how much you want to live. I don't know about you, but I hate work. I enjoy, well, I do like work, but I don't like working for somebody else. I like doing the least amount of work and having the most amount of enjoyment. I like hanging out with people. I like tinkering with things in the shop. They don't make me money, but I enjoy doing them. So I try to condense as much work as I can into the smallest amount of possible so that I can enjoy those things. I'd like to be able to go on a vacation at the end of this month. And in order to do that and stay consistent on YouTube and at my business, I have to have content, at least 2 days worth of content, if not 3, because I don't know if I'm going to want to do anything on my day back, the first day I get back. So I need to have 3 videos ready to go so I can have that week to myself. So think about it like this. Try and reward yourself for all that hard, concentrated work. And if you do that for 3 months, just 3 months, you will set yourself up for success. And it feels good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming out. I just saw that my subscriber count jumped up to 119 today. So cool. You guys really are helping my dreams come true by coming here and watching, and I really appreciate that. And for those of you who are new, I release new content every Monday and Friday, so hit that subscribe button so you can join me. Every Monday is a Manliness Monday where I talk about how to be a man. I talk about etiquette, beard care, gun safety, little tips and tricks around the house. It's actually really useful information for a bunch of people, but I like the whole Manliness Monday moniker. And on Fridays, I do a project video, and I do everything I can. I do metalworking, woodworking. I specialize in woodworking at this point, though I want to get my forge back up and running, which that will be awesome. I do leather work, I do costuming, I work with plastic. So if anything interests you, let me know, because I love having a new topic. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you coming out. Hit that subscribe button and be creative. You only have one life to live. Live it to your fullest. See you next week.